RC Outdoors here, and today we're going to be doing a quick upgrade on this Losi Mini 8. So as you can see, I have a package. And as you can also see, the truck is in about 100 different pieces right now. Now before we get too forward, I do have a cold, so excuse me if my voice sounds a little bit muffled. But what I have in here is about 5 GPM upgrades. Cost me about $95 in total. As you could probably tell, you could probably tell which ones I got. Now, I've not done a video in a while. I do apologize for that. But as you can see, I got this Robinson Racing steel pinion. I do have the Hot Racing steel spur. I've gotten the GPM blue motor mount. And I think that is it so far that I've gotten that has not been on a video. As you can see here, I got some bearings. These are for the diff. I put some new bearings in the diff because the first one, as you guys can see, has been annihilated. So I had to order some new bearings. I just went with TRBRC for those. Got some of these, and yeah. Now these, as you can see, these are shredded. This one's shredded. This one, it got too hot and it got welded inside of it. Then there's gashes, scrapes, so I went ahead and ordered some new ones of these. So these are getting replaced. Shocks, as you can see, this one has a crack in it, so these are getting replaced. The shock tower is in great condition. I didn't need to replace it, but I'm going to go ahead and replace it due to the fact that with my color scheme, I'm going to be doing blue down the middle and green on the side. So green A-arms and green A-arms, green hubs, green steering knuckles, and the rest is going to be blue. So I just went ahead and ordered one of these, but I will be keeping this one. I may actually do a giveaway, but we'll see. And then as you can see here, I ordered some of these plastic ones, but these didn't help because the screws in the diff box were stripped. So I just went ahead and ordered a new diff case. So let's go ahead and open these up. What I got, as you guys can see, I got a lot of blue parts. First things I got are these blue shocks. About $16 a set, so I went ahead and picked these up. I picked up a blue shock tower, same exact one as this, just blue. So, picked up one of these. Then I picked up new ones of these, new of the arm mounts for the front. Picked up a new set of those. Then I bought a front shock tower protector. I'm going to have to look at this because it does not look the right size. It seems a lot wider than the shock tower. So I'm going to have to look at this. I'm thinking it might actually just go right here. But we'll have to figure this out. I'll have to see how those are installed. And then I got a diff case, a blue front diff case for, of course, the Mini 8. So let's go ahead, open these up. This is absolutely beautiful for a diff case. This thing weighs about the same as this when it's fully loaded. So that's got some good heft to it. So diff case, diff screws, those are getting replaced. Now let's go ahead and move on to these. Let's see. Okay. One, there's two. And they do come with their own screws, so that is very nice. So, this is the rear one, this is the front one. They go just like this. So, got these to replace those, which these ones are just about junk now. So, shocks getting replaced. So, let's go ahead and open up the shocks. Wow, these shocks, these are phenomenal shocks. They already feel phenomenal. The only thing I do have a problem with is they are a bit shorter. They're probably a good 5 millimeters shorter, but you could probably adjust these, so that's no issue. So shocks, getting replaced. Now we're going to look at the shock tower. Wow. Yep, exact build quality of this one. This one actually appears to be built a little bit better. It doesn't have these bored out sections on the edges here, so that may actually prevent bending. It is a bit thicker, I see, maybe half a millimeter thicker. Yeah, you could tell my green one's already a little bit bent, so I don't think I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this. From what I could see, it's just got too much damage. If it was in better shape, I would, but I do apologize. So these go there, those go to that. So, last item that we got to unpackage is the shock tower protector. Comes with its own bolts, that's nice, and it comes with the Delrin protector. This almost looks like it goes on the back, because this sucker fits almost perfect on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think you can. But this sucker fits perfect on the back, not the front. So, let's go ahead and start with the diff case here. I've already removed the screws. Now, I'm using 5,000 weight silicone diff fluid. Alright, now I'm just going to work it around again. About one full turn. Alright, now we should be good. So now I'll slap that top portion down. Now I'm just going to look at the build of both of these real quick, just to look at the well, you can get on there. You are allowed to. So yeah, these are beautiful. This sucker's got some weight to it. So this junk. This thing has a lot of screws to come with it. I'm going to go ahead and edit this part out when I'm trying to figure out what screws goes with what holes, and I will bring you guys back when I get it back together. Alright guys, so I tried to do some work on it. I could not tell which or what goes in what, so I just went ahead, slapped the shock tower on, and I'm just going to put it back together like it goes back together, and I think I might actually be missing a bracket or something that goes right here, but it's not coming apart, so that's all that counts right now. So right now I'm going to go ahead and slap these ball joints back on. Okay, so now those ball joints are installed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab the pins. And get them out of here. Do not need that arm center mount due to the fact that I have new ones. So we're going to go ahead, use the 4 screws that came with the arm mounts. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that these fit good in there. Yep, they do. Okay, now the other pin. After I finish trying to throw it, now what we will do, we will see which tire goes to which side. This tire does go to this side. Okay. That goes like that. Now, grab the other side. Okay. So now those are on there. Now let's go ahead and slip the bracket on. Now your arms are mounted on to your arm mounts. The only thing we got left is to add the drive shaft. Alright, so it's working good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add on these shocks. So we're going to need to back this screw out, and for that I'm going to need a different bit. It's one, but it doesn't line up. So I'm thinking it might actually go on the other side. So I may have put this shock tower on the wrong way, which is going to suck. But we'll see. These GPM upgrades are good. You just got to figure out what you're doing. So I will bring you guys back once I get the shocks mounted onto the shock tower. Okay guys, welcome back. I figured out what I did wrong, and I'm a complete blithering idiot. So, right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this part off. There's a spacer that goes on the shock. I do not know how I missed it, but I did. So, all the screws that I'm not going to be reusing off of this truck, or off the buggy, that come with screws, I'll be putting in this stitch here. Put the nut on there. Just twist it down a little bit. So now just tighten this spacer down. Once you do that, you'll be able to somewhat bring the shock up and pop it on there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put the nut back on. And tighten the nuts all the way down to the shock to hold it on. Well, of course, I'm already trying to drop stuff. Okay. These shocks work pretty well. Now, I think I already mentioned this, but these shocks do appear to be a bit shorter, or maybe a couple millimeters shorter. But as of right now, I do not see any problems with them being a little bit shorter. If anything, it's going to give it a bit of a meaner stance, more of a flatter, easier to corner, and so I'm happy with these. So that's the setup for the front. I'm going to go ahead and just slap this one on the back when the video is done. So I figured it out. So let's go ahead and slap this sucker back in to this truck. Now, I also did get a new bumper. I got the RPM bumper for this thing. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of this video. So I did pick up a bumper for this event, yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to pick it up, flip it over. We're just going to use these 4 screws that they supplied, but I will use the screws that still came with the bumper. Now, I do have some upcoming projects possibly coming up in the next month or two. Right now I'm in the process of selling one of my cars. I did get a drifter a while back. I wanted to make a video on it, but just to make it run, it would have cost over $100 just to get it running. I spent $50 on it, which isn't bad, but I do not feel like spending money to get it replaced, or because it needs a new motor. It has the ESC for it for the brushless system. It needs a new motor mount, and it also needs a what else did it need? Oh, it needs new tires, it needs a motor, and it needs the motor mount. So, geez, this looks phenomenal. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, get this screws, slip this piece in. Okay, now it's in. Now, question is, what screws do I use? Probably the ones that are not scratched up beyond belief. So how this bumper goes on is you slip your piece down there, make sure the lip on this thing, it does have a lip, make sure it is facing up. So slip that in there, then you're going to slip the bumper over the bottom, and then you're going to slip the screws through the bumper, through the piece, through the chassis, and up into the diff case. But as you can see, these screws are too long, so I'm going to have to use shorter ones, which is nice, I suppose, because it doesn't use as much screwing to get the screw in or out, but it may take away from the strength. Okay, one of them. Alright, now let's use the other one. Yeah, I still can't believe I bought the wrong shock protector. So I'm most likely just going to pick one up from Hobbytown, because it took almost a month for all this stuff to get here. So I'm not going to order a new one, wait until it gets here to drive this thing. I am going to drive it the second I get this sucker built. Now, I am going to be trying to do some running videos in the next week. But don't quote me on that, because something could come up. I've actually been sick for a couple weeks now, and that is why I haven't been posting videos today. I got my parts and I said, you know what, I'm tired of keeping you guys on hold, so I am going to do a video today. So I went ahead and did, and yeah, let's go ahead, slip all these screws back down in here. Start putting this front bracket back on. I'll just tighten these down real quick. Hey guys, RC Outdoors here behind the camera. So for the past 10 minutes I've been about talking to myself because my camera died. So over that time I went ahead and I put everything back together. I went ahead, put the shock protector on the back of this thing. I went ahead, put the shell back on. And what else did I do during that time? I also bracketed down the blue upper deck. But as you guys can see, that's awesome. So blue shocks, blue diff box, blue shock tower, blue arm mount set. But from this black stuff here, this is awesome looking. Right now I've probably put about $250 into this thing, and it's been worth it totally. So if you guys want to get upgrades for your Losi Mini 8, make sure to get them through GPM. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but they do make good parts. The diff case is $32, shock tower is $8, the mount set is $9, the shocks are $16. So it's not bad of a deal. The next video I'll be doing is going to be on the back of this. I'll be doing the blue back shock tower, the rear diff case, the rear arm mounts, the rear arms, and the rear hubs, and then the front C hubs. I'll have to do those too, but we'll save that for another video. This is already going to be probably a good 20-30 minute video. But remember to like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys have any questions about this, leave them down in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.